Hey YouTube, it's Kelly, your Banana Showcase, and I am back to do a little update on my health. Um, I started this journey on January 31st, 2012, and I weighed in at 244 pounds. This is week 51. I'm almost to my 1 year surge anniversary, and I weigh 124 pounds, so I've lost a total of 120 pounds. I'm down below my goal. My goal was 130, and I'm down below my goal because my health has not been so great lately. Recently I called my bariatric surgeon. I thought I had a hernia. I had this side of my abdomen was pooching out further than the other side, and it was very uncomfortable. Some pain sometimes, and in particular I had pain when I was trying to have bowel movement. So I called my bariatric surgeon. He looked me over, didn't really see me anything. He sent me in for an ultrasound, a full abdominal ultrasound, and then what they call a high-pick scan of your colon. He told me he suspected maybe I had what they call a redundant colon, just some different things. When I had that ultrasound, he called me back and said they noted an abnormality with my kidney, and he sent me to have a CT scan of my kidney. When that came back, he said I had a mass in my kidney, and I needed to follow up with a urologist. So I did that. The urologist saw me. When he saw the what I thought was a hernia, he said that he kind of thought it was something to do with the nerves in my abdominal muscles. He said I was maybe having a nerve problem, that you have nerves that tell those muscles to stay contracted all the time. And if I was having a nerve problem, that muscle wasn't staying contracted, and that's why that side of my stomach was pooching out. I still wasn't convinced. I went back to the bariatric surgeon. I told him, we needed to follow up on this. When I went for my ultrasound, I have to back up a little bit. The girl doing the ultrasound actually showed me how to make it pop out when I lay down. And it's big. It's probably, so big piece of that just pops out, bulges out when I strain. So I showed my bariatric surgeon that, and he took one look at it. It was really super quick and said, "Oh, you have a Spigelian hernia." So it's a very rare hernia. He said it only occurs in 1% of all the hernias that are diagnosed. And it can be fixed. He said there's not a really good fix for it, but it can be fixed, and it needs to be fixed because if you don't get it fixed, your intestines can become strangulated, and it will cut off the blood supply to your intestines. That tissue dies, and you can develop sepsis. So it can be very dangerous. I'm not to that point yet, but it can be very dangerous. So that's going to get fixed. Oh, and here I printed it out so you can see it. This is how you spell it: Spigelian hernia. So if you want to look it up and check it out. Don't be concerned about it because it's really rare. Doesn't happen very often. So if you're pre-surgery, don't worry about getting one because I think it's really rare that it happens. Then the mass is not good news. It has nothing to do with my weight loss surgery, but the mass in my kidney is cancer. So, and again, it's very rare. The typical person, according to the urologist, the typical person that gets kidney cancer is an African-American male over the age of 60. So I'm not really sure. I do have a couple of the risk factors. Some of the risk factors are obesity and high blood pressure, and I had both of those before I had weight loss surgery. So, that could have played into it. Genetics can play a role in it, but I don't have anyone in my family that's ever had kidney cancer or any kidney problems, period. So, we don't really know what kind of role that plays in it. So I am also according to the weight loss surgeon, not the weight loss surgeon, the urologist, my weight loss surgery saved my life because kidney cancer doesn't have a lot of symptoms until it's very far advanced. And so you don't know that you have it until it's really far advanced. It was just a fluke that they found it. Just a fluke. They were, doing the abdominal ultrasound, trying to see the hernia. That abdominal ultrasound included scanning the kidneys. They did that and found the mass. Otherwise, I would never have known I had it. I have struggled. The only thing that I've struggled with lately is I have had a stomach ache, but I think that could also be attributed to the hernia, and I have struggled with exhaustion. I'm just tired and exhausted, and it's a tiredness that's just very magnified. And I pretty much have struggled since I had surgery. I talked to a lot of people that had weight loss surgery. They talked about how much energy they had and how good they felt, and I never really had a ton of energy. I feel better. I do feel better since I've lost all the weight, but I never really had a ton of energy and stuff. And so, that was always kind of strange to me, but I thought maybe I'm just imagining it. My husband at one time said, of course he knows now, but my husband at one time said, I thought you were just being lazy, because I didn't want to get out and do much. I just kind of wanted to sit down all the time. I've made a great effort at going to the gym and things like that. And when I did that, I was just so tired, more than a normal workout tired. I was so tired. And the urologist said that it is because my body is just fighting the fight of its life. It's fighting cancer. So, and the mass is not what the urologist said. It's not in an optimal place. He can't just go in and cut a piece of the kidney off. He's got to actually kind of go inside the kidney and remove the mass. So I am looking at having surgery. It's called a partial nephrectomy. They'll go in and just remove the affected tissue and the mass and get it out. They expect to be able to put my kidney back together, and that kidney should function at least partially. And then you can function with just one kidney, and I do still have good kidney function. So I'll be fine as far as my kidneys go. Really, and then that's all that they do for kidney cancer. Chemotherapy is a toxin, and your kidneys are made to filter out toxins. So if they give you chemotherapy, your kidneys filter it out. So you don't have, a good shot with chemotherapy. So really, basically, they just take it out, and then they monitor you to make sure that it hasn't spread. So right now, there's no evidence that it has spread anywhere. Things really change if it spreads, really change. The statistics for survival become extremely grim if it has spread. So we're really praying that that's not what happens. Right now, their plan is to do a partial nephrectomy laparoscopically with a robot. And that is supposed to take place sometime next week. I don't have a firm surgery date, but it's supposed to take place sometime next week. The week of March the 18th, that week. So that's what's going to happen. At the same time, they will repair the kidney. And, they'll repair the hernia. And I'm looking at a huge surgery, and I'm looking at probably around a week in the hospital, which is a long time. People get out of the hospital after major surgery after a day or two, so that's a long time. But if everything goes okay, I'll be out in a week, and then we just continue on, monitor closely to make sure nothing has spread, and hopefully, I'm praying that this life goes on like it was, and I start feeling better. I've been doing a lot of praying. My church has been praying for me, and I had a God experience on Sunday. They called people to the front to pray for them if they had an ailment that they knew that they couldn't get through without God. And you know how you go to church and you see people, but you don't really know them, but you see people, all the time. We've been going to this church for about 3 years now. They prayed over me. They anointed me with oil. And the pastor asked for people that had had cancer to come up and pray with me. And so a bunch of people came up, people that I didn't know had cancer, came up and prayed with me. And one lady, she grabbed me and she was holding me, and she said, "Honey, this time last year I had stage 4 lung cancer, and the doctor told me I was going to die." And she said, "I'm not dead and I'm cured." She said, "I don't have any cancer in my body." And I just started just crying, just crying. And I told her, I said, "I'm not going to die." And she said, "I know you're not going to die because I'm praying for you." and just made me, it just made me feel so good. It just warmed my heart. And then I turned around and there was a man standing there, and I've never seen him at my church before. Never. I have never laid eyes on this man before. I looked at him, and he stuck his hand out and shook my hand, and he said, "Hi, I know you don't know me. My name is Johnny." And he said, "I was cured of kidney cancer 7 years ago." He said, "I'm completely fine." And he said, "I'm going to pray for you." And I could not believe it. I just was just sobbing. So, I think that there is a lot to do with healing if you have a positive attitude and you rely on your faith. Whatever it is, if you rely on your faith and you pray and have a positive attitude, I think that has a lot to do with your healing. So, I'm claiming the healing. I'm praying and I'm claiming the healing. So, this is getting long, so I'm going to wrap it up. I am not posting a lot on Facebook about this, but I may now that I've made my video and everybody knows what's going on. It's been hard for me to talk about, but I'm coming to terms with it. I'm accepting the fact. For the longest time, I couldn't say the word cancer, but I'm saying it. I'm saying it now, and I'm fighting it now. And so, yeah, that's I have a fight on my hands, but I'm gonna do it. I'm too young, and I've got so much stuff that I still want to do. So I can't be really sick. I can't. So I am going to wrap this up. I will not be making any videos for a while. I'm going to concentrate on my health. I will check in on Facebook now and again, and check in and let people know how I'm doing. I don't want my Facebook page to become a big campaign for, cure my cancer, blah, blah, blah. I want it to stay positive. And please, I know a lot of people mean well. If you want to tell me a story about somebody having cancer and the person dies, I don't want to hear it. I just need positivity right now, and I don't want to hear it. I've had too many people come up to me in the last couple of weeks telling me stories about these people that had cancer and they die, and I don't want to hear it. I need positive everything around me, and I can't have negativity, and I'm not ready to die, and so I don't want to hear about it. So, I really appreciate all your support and everything. Let's just continue with the positive stuff. So I will talk to you guys later. I will check in on Facebook. At some point, I'll probably post when I'm having my surgery. And then, I may or may not get back really quickly after I have surgery. So I don't know how long the recovery period is going to be. So, I'll check back when I can and let everybody know what's going on when I can. But I'm going to concentrate on my health for a while. So, thank you guys, everyone, for your support and your prayers and your good thoughts. I really appreciate it. If you have my phone number, feel free to text or call. I'm okay now. I can talk about it without sobbing, so I'm okay now. So, anyway, just send up prayers if you would. I really would appreciate it, and I will let you guys know how everything's going when I can. I will see you later. Bye.